everyone who doesn't know, we are here to read verse by verse of the Shri Hanuman Chalisa, which is given in the book Living Hanuman, written by Pawan ji. And today we are going to study the verse 20, which is the verse 20 of the Chalisa, but it's actually the 22nd verse of the whole Chalisa because there are two dohas. And very beautifully, you've written in the starting of the book that the 22nd verse is the middle verse and how it signifies a very beautiful transition from one thing to the other. I don't want to give it away, so I'm going to just read the verse and then give it to you. So the verse is, durgam kāja jagat ke jete, sugama anugraha tumhare tete. In this changing, taxing world, impossible to achieve, impossible, it's my Lord, with your grace we so receive. In point, meaning, I feel all things are easy, sugama, with his grace. So yes, Pawanji, over to you.
durgam kāja jagat ke jete, sugam anugraha tumhare tete. Durgam, difficult, jagat, world, ke jete, whatever are the difficult tasks in the world, durgam kāja jagat ke jete, sugam, easy, anugraha, grace, tumhare, yours, tete, all those become easy with your grace. All the difficult things in the world become easy with Hanumanji's grace. This is the simple meaning of this verse. As we have understood, any sacred scripture is understood at its literal meaning, at its sentimental meaning, and at its spiritual meaning. All these three meanings have to be considered to understand and grasp the purport of that particular verse. Now, this verse, we have also been understanding that Hanuman Chalisa is like a curriculum vitae, CV of Hanumanji, and so far we have been seeing what his parentage is, what all other tasks he has done in the past, what accolades he has got, how he has been recognized, what are his pastimes and hobbies, all of that we have seen. From this verse onward, we begin to see what his current profile is. What is he doing currently, now? Okay, in the past, he left and in the past he advised Sugriv, or in the past he advised Vibhishan and made them this and that. Currently, or in the past he even left and took the sun in his mouth, etc., and crossed the ocean. All that he has already done. Now what is he doing? Now how is he relevant? What is he going to do for us now? So this verse says that Hanumanji in the current times makes easy, makes it achievable, makes it possible, whatever is impossible, unachievable, difficult, challenging in the world. Now the word for world here is jagat. Jagat means yat gacchati iti jagat, that which is constantly moving, that which is constantly going, that which is constantly going. In this going, gone world, whatever is very difficult, all tasks, in fact, all the tasks can become very difficult in such a world. You'll be surprised. First, it depends on who are we talking about. For some people, they can't blink their eyes. Their eyes are stuck like that. For them, even blinking of the eye is most difficult. Some people don't have food and water. For them, even to get a glass of water becomes durgam. And most people in the world today don't have peace, don't have stillness, don't have joy. It becomes difficult, very, very difficult, very challenging. For people who are spiritual and on this path, making your mind still is most difficult task. So all these very, very difficult tasks most difficult task, durgama, inaccessible. Durgama means that which is inaccessible. Sugama means that which becomes very easily accessible. So Hanumanji is that factor which converts durgam to sugam, who makes durgam convert. He's like a doc converter, like you convert a Word doc into a PDF file. He converts a durgam file into a sugam file. But how? Sugam anugraha tumhare tete. Anugraha. Anugraha is the operating word. Anugraha simply means grace or blessing. But grace is not an exact translation of anugraha, if you might say. It's an approximate translation. Grace feels as if it is for free, pouring down on you like that. Anugraha, on the other hand, is composed of two letters, two sounds. Anu means after. Graha means to hold. Whatever happens after you have held, that is anugraha. Now it depends what you have held. So if you have held a hot rod like that, then something will happen out of that. By the grace of heat, your hands will be burnt. There will be a consequence that happens after the hold. If you hold, for men, if they hold a hand, the hand of their woman, if they hold their hand, if they hold the hand of a woman, something unfolds after that. A beauty unfolds, a fulfillment unfolds, joy unfolds, a family happens, children happen, grandchildren happen, anything can happen. All of that is grace that blossoms after the hand of the woman has been lovingly held. Here, anugraha tumhare tete. Tumhare anugraha. That means whoever will hold Hanumanji. When you hold Hanumanji, then something will happen. That which happens is his grace. So the question is not about what is the grace. Grace is already defined here. Sugam, the durgam file of your life will get immediately converted into sugam file. From durgam to sugam. Simple. That is the grace. So the key is how to hold. Now, at one layer of devotion, holding simply means to believe firmly that Hanumanji exists in the form that has been described by sages for centuries, or how it has been described in the book Living Hanuman. Hanumanji is Shiva himself. Hanumanji is Shakti embodied Shiva himself. Hanumanji is all forms of divinity rolled into one. We will study later on how Hanumanji represents in one way or the other, one or the other form of divinity as described in other religious traditions also, whether it is Christianity or it is other traditions. So the first way to hold Hanumanji is to hold him devotionally in the classical way of how Hanumanji is. Next way, any form of divinity that you believe in, to hold Hanumanji as that form of divinity, or to hold Hanumanji as a form of an angel. Like in the West, a lot people believe in angels. Also in India, they believe in Devi Devtas, different forms of divinities, to hold on to him. Closer home, suppose people don't believe, those people who don't believe in any form of divinity like this, they think this is all myth. No problem. Holding on to your very breath, directing your consciousness and awareness on the flow of the breath constantly without a break will also mean holding on. And this hold also will make durgam into sugam. For example, parasympathetic nervous response will turn into parasympathetic nervous system response instantly by holding on to the flow of the breath. things which would otherwise appear difficult will begin to appear easy because you are relaxed. And then there are many more other benefits of operating out of a relaxed frame of mind. New solutions emerge, new creative solutions to the problems emerge, and difficult becomes easy, or it becomes easy to up your efforts to fight the difficulty in front of you in that way also. So the breath. The third way in which you can hold on to Hanumanji is by imbibing and embodying all his qualities, all the beautiful qualities that we have just studied. Any one of the qualities, some of the qualities, or all of the qualities, when you embody them in yourself, by the virtue of those qualities, durgam turns into sugama. Finally, a way to hold on to Hanumanji is also by holding on to a sangha of devotees, satsanga, which we call our Shri Kula, our family of Shri. Holding on together. Somebody might be depressed, but other person will pull him up. Somebody might not be worshipping or finding time to meditate, but somebody is meditating more. He will get pulled up. He will meditate only 2 minutes and his mind will be feeling very centered because he will take the updraft of the collective mind field of the Sangha. That also makes difficult things easy. But the bottom line is we have to understand our hold. How do we hold? And then we have to hold. It is only after holding that grace unfolds. And it is only through grace that difficult file, durgam, will get converted into sugama, easy.
Very beautifully explained. I will remember for a long time how you say how to hold on and what you're holding on to, and how in different forms you can hold on to whichever divinity you typically believe in. And what a beautiful explanation that to hold on to Hanumanji on a personal level, you embody the quality that he has exhibited over his lifetime and that we are studying, and how in simple ways, even if you choose just one quality that you want to embody, whether it's about being having internal strength or external strength, or having the grace extended, it's just beautiful. I mean, thank you. And then in this verse you specifically take up the yoga part of it, which is the Mooladhara Bandh, and which is the root lock, which is very well practiced in yoga. And you speak about the benefits. I mean, I practice it very regularly. So I definitely understand that it is really, really, actually practice it for my upper back, because I study, I sit on the desk a lot. So I practice the Trimul Bandh. But yes, I started with the root lock, and it does bring a lot of stimulation on the root chakra and the sacral chakra and upwards. And then there is this beautiful in journey question, which I found very difficult to answer, but in a way, it really made me introspect upon how. I will read the question first. What are those tasks that I feel are impossibly difficult? And then the first task that came to me was procrastination. And I think that part really made me think. Like, I didn't even have to think about the answer. The answer was procrastination in the first go itself. And answering that was easy, was to just take action and hold on to consistently taking action. We close with my action point in this, which says to face my challenges with all the strength I have and not shy away from them. Sometimes we become complacent. We think that we know that we are procrastinating, but we don't do anything about it. And then I remind myself that there is in my action point of the verse that I read every day. So I read a verse every day just for my general reading. And then there's an action point, and the word action reminds me that it is something that I can put into an everyday use. So for today, I'm going to face my challenge with all the strength that I have. And thank you. And I would love that, you make some small videos on facts that really, really engage all of us. And thank you so much. And I will remember the anugraha means, the simple translation is the grace. So holding on to the grace with all the strength that I have. Thank you so much for today. See you in the next verse. Bye-bye.